Hey YouTubers, being overwhelmed is not part of the job. Well, welcome to Subscribers to Sales. My name is Dawn and today we are going to upgrade your current workflow and processes to make sure that you can work efficiently and focus on creating YouTube videos instead of being stressed out and overwhelmed all the time. The goal is to restructure how you look at your workflow, reframe your thinking of what you need to be doing and what you shouldn't be doing to make sure that you're literally just focusing on YouTube a few hours a week as opposed to, I don't know, how many hours are you doing per week? If it's more than 10, you're doing way too much. And why is it so important? Well, because you have a channel that you love and care about and you want to nurture it. But you don't want to let it control you. You want to have control of your baby. So that's what we're going to focus on. Let's get right into it. So what are the goals of being a YouTuber? Well, for us at Subscribers to Sales, that means doing way less work, maybe working 10 hours a week, having full confidence that your channel is completely under control and that it is scaling without you having to be there all the time, having full confidence that everything is a-okay because your team has it handled or you've done everything that you needed to for your tasks. And why? Why is this so important? Well, because you as the creator, you want to be the one who is well rested, that you don't have bags under your eyes when you're making videos, that you're the one who is the star of the show. When you're not making videos, you should be making big money moves. Are you making new courses? Are you going to be making products? Are you networking? Are you doing all these other things? That's a whole other thing that takes a lot of time. And so making sure that your channel is running on its own should only be a few hours a week, not an arm and a leg of your time. And so this is why you probably need to upgrade your current routine, your current workflow and processes if you're not right there right now. Having a project management and workflow is the key. It's the key to making sure you don't have to work so much in the week. Having that bird's eye view over top of everything and seeing how things are moving is exactly where you want to be. You don't want to be like in the middle, in the forest, and you're like, whoa, 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 where does this river go to? Wait, what's happening over here? Oh my gosh, there's a burning fire over there. You don't want to be there. You want to look above and be like, oh, everything's moving awesome. And so that is why having a really great productivity tool such as Asana, that's what we use here as Subscribers to Sales, but having an amazing workflow tool is really going to help you see everything and how it's moving. What are some benefits of it? Well, it's all online, having a productivity tool like this. There's Asana, there's Monday.com, there's, I don't know, there's so many of them, but we love Asana. And to be honest, I hated it at first. Marissa knows this so clearly, but when I got on board with her, I was like, please, for the love of all things holy, please do not make me do Asana. And she made me do Asana, and I freaking love Asana now. And so what you can do with Asana is, again, see everything from bird's eye view, but you can also set recurring tasks. If you have team workers that you want to make sure they do this one task every single day, you can make that for them, and then they would have to check it off. And then later when you're free, you can be like, oh, sweet, it's done, because I can see that they did it. Or if you wanted to, you can have a nice big calendar and be like, oh, everything is moving exactly where it needs to be. And so if you need an example of this, let me hop onto my computer and I will show you ours at Subscribers to Sales. All right, so welcome to our Asana page. So this is where we have all of our ideas and everything we want to work on, the bird's eye view of our workflow, so that we all know as a team that everything is getting done as we want them to be. So over here we have some ideas, our pillars that we want to focus on, some success tips, business growth, those kinds of things. And then we can let each other know, okay, I am scripting this video. So these are two of my videos. So I can be like, oh, hey team, I'm scripting right now. And then Marissa, if she wanted to check in on how this video is doing, she could be like, oh, Dawn's scripting it, cool. And so then whenever we are transferring footage to our editors, we can be like, okay, I just filmed this and actually I'm just transferring it to you right now so that they know, they can expect that. And so that is the beauty of it. It is so easy to just be like, okay, FYI, this is where it's at. It's kind of like a food delivery order, if you know what I mean. Like if you're like, oh my gosh, where's my food? Oh my gosh, it's still in transit. Then you can see that. You can see how the progress is going. And that's the same thing here. We have it set up so that we can let our team members know where we're at for each video. And because we're a multi-creator channel, you can see that we have little takes. So I have my little face here for my videos. Marissa has her little face here for her videos. And we also have colorful takes. Mine's blue, hers is green. We have Elizabeth, hers is another color, hers is orange. And so yeah, we have this like system where at any point, if anybody wants to be like, okay, what's happening right now, then we can just go into our board and be like, okay, this is exactly what everything is. And to give you an example, I just made this video yesterday, or I posted it yesterday. And here you can see that I have my title, and we always number it. We always number with 3 digits what video it's going to be, because then it's going to help the editors or whoever else who's looking for this video find it easier. And then we can be like, okay, this is for Dawn, so I'm tagged here. I made my entire script here because my editors or our editors can be like, hey, what is she talking about in this video? And then they can take a quick look and be like, oh, this is what she's talking about. So this is open for all of our team members to see. And then we have each step. So I have my steps as a creator over here being like, okay, this is when I'm going to script. This is when I'm going to film. This is when I did it. And then we also have our editors who are like, okay, I got the notes. I'm going to do the thumbnail. And then for me, okay, I'll do the pre-optimization. And then we have Elizabeth who's going to do the email blast. So as you can see, after everything is done, we check them off so that we let each other know, yep, this is done, this is done, this is done. If you are the boss of your channel and you have some team members that you want to check in on, and maybe they're not checking things off and you're like, what the heck is going on? Maybe at that point you can be like, hey, is this getting done? And then if it is already done, they checked it off, then you don't have to worry about it. Maybe if you want to ask about it, maybe ask it at the time that you designate for asking these kinds of questions. All right, and then once we have a video out in the open, then we always say that it's complete, and then we have our publication column, which is where all of our old videos are located. So this is our workflow, and it works amazing for us. Let me show you another cool thing about Asana. So as I mentioned, Asana can do like different recurring tasks. And so for myself, I have my priorities right here. And so they're not all like just channel related. I have some tasks where I need to check our Facebook group. So I can be like, okay, I did check this out today. So I can be like, done. And then boom, a flying seal just comes out of nowhere to congratulate me. And then filming. I'm filming this right now, so I can check that off too. Cool. And so as you can see, it's really fun. It makes it more engaging. And so if you have these recurring tasks, like for example, my check video ask responses, that's a daily task. And so once I check it off, it's going to reappear for my to-do list the next day. I don't have to keep writing down sticky notes every single day. It doesn't have to slip my mind because boom, it's right in front of me under my priorities. And if I don't check it off, then I know I didn't do it. And so that can be super beneficial for your team members, for yourself, to make sure you have everything you need to do. And also make sure the workflow is going well so that everybody knows where you're at. So this is Asana for us. Again, there's other productivity tools that you can use, but we just love Asana. And fun fact, you can make everything fun color. So if you're not feeling this crazy green, you can just customize how you like to customize things. So very fun, very useful, so efficient. All right, so if you are not at that point yet where you have a team or that you haven't started outsourcing at all, then oh my goodness, you really need to check out our blueprint, because that's what we're focused on. We're focused on making sure you just have like a 10-hour work week or less to focus on your YouTube channel. And one way to do that is to outsource some of those key things that are really essential for any business. And so if you need help with that, if you are at that point in your YouTube career where you're like, okay, I need some extra hands here, check out our blueprint down below. It's the first link in the description. All right, this next section is going to be all about boundaries. So as you, the lovely creator, the person who started it all, you really want to make sure you have some boundaries in place. The last thing you want to do is be micromanaging, spending all your time stressing that everything is going exactly how you want it to be. This might be some tough love, but it's maybe not going to be exactly how you want it to be 100% of the time, and that will be okay. But having boundaries, like when someone says, hey boss, I need help with this, or hey, can you meet with me on this day at this time? Oh, hey, I need you to do this. You don't need to deal with any of that. What you can do is set up a boundary that says, hey, if you want to meet with me, I only meet on Thursdays. Or, hey, I will check up on your work every morning for the first 15 minutes of my day. Or if you need me, send me a message, but I probably won't get back to you until the next day. Having those very clear boundaries reframes your team members' point of view of, okay, I need this help, but I can expect it at this time because that's what they told me. So being able to have those boundaries will actually give you so much more time. If you stop saying yes to everything, that also frees up your time. If you need to say yes to something, making sure that it's actually on a day where that can be filled. So for example, my example with Thursdays. So if you want to have meetings, or if you need to have meetings, maybe with your team or with brand partners or whoever it may be, make it for a day of the week that you're like, okay, these are my days for only meetings. It cannot just be whenever, because that could actually stump your creativity and when you want to make videos. So be like, okay, if you want to hang out with me, Monday. Or maybe you have a newborn child. Like you can say, hey, I need to do baby things, and like I cannot be on my computer past 3 p.m. Like letting everybody know those solid boundaries is really gonna help your own sanity and your productivity. And I know that's gonna be really hard at first, because especially those creators, those big creators who did everything from the ground up, you really want to be the one checking everything. Your brain is going like 1,000 miles per hour, and then boom, you hit burnout. And so having these boundaries is really gonna prevent those burnouts, and you can focus on being creative and the lovely person that you are. So up until this point, we've been really focusing on having solid processes, setting some solid boundaries, so that you know you can expect your time each week to be more or less the same, so you can focus on other things and being creative. Let's talk about how you can also find efficiency and cut some time while you are filming. Now, these efficiency tips are really going to be beneficial if you are wanting to push out more videos. If you're at a point right now where you're like, hey, I don't know if I can like even push out 1 video a week right now, well, boom. This is what this is for. The whole idea of efficient filming is really gonna make sure that you can be like, hey, whoa, I can actually push out maybe like 3 or 4 videos a week. Just kidding. I mean, not everybody can do that. That would be really hard. I can't do that. All right, so the first thing you can do is batch your videos. Now, especially if you're somebody like me, like if you see this face of makeup, it is not an everyday thing. I don't even do this for my friends. I don't even do this for my boyfriend. But this is a face that I put on when I'm on the camera because I like it. And so if you are very similar to me and you only want to have days of makeup where you are filming, and then maybe the next day you're like, I don't want to put on makeup right now, okay, that's okay, because what you can do is batch your videos. So for today, for example, I'm actually filming 2 videos. Sometimes I film 3, and I just sit down and just talk to my phone because this is what it's filming on right now. And so that's what you can do, is just batch videos, have the same face of makeup, or if it's just that energy that you like, I don't know, every day on Mondays, if that's the thing. So if you're like, I work best on Mondays, I'm gonna do this on Mondays, then okay, batch your videos on Monday if that's where you have the best energy. So focus on that. Focus on when you know is the best time for you to film, and then start filming a few. Start filming maybe 2 at the beginning, see how you like it, and then try 3 the next time. The next thing is to try not to script on the same day as you film. Yes, you can do it. Yes, I understand that it would be great to have all your information fresh in your mind. But if you're trying to script for videos, try to have it like maybe the day before, because that way the information is still fresh in your mind, but then at the same time, you can still use that brain power to talk cohesively and coherently to a camera. And so that is one little thing that you can do. If you want to batch videos, then okay, maybe take 1 or 2 days before to script, so that by the time filming day comes, everything is good to go. You just have to glance at it for a quick note or 2, but otherwise you can just speak. All right, and this next thing is to really make your studio space so low maintenance. Now, if you are blessed to have an actual studio just for your YouTube, not just like a random kitchen floor or whatever it could be, then really make sure that it is so perfectly done that you literally just have to flick the switch, everything is boom, ready to go. That's actually how the Try Guys do it. If you see their elaborate setups, it's because they have everything perfectly where they need to be. Audio, cameras, lighting, everything's good to go with the flick of a switch. So they can start filming whenever. You have literally almost zero energy focused on making sure everything looks correctly. If you do need to move some things around, having little markers on the floor for maybe different setups that you like, that will really help too. Maybe you like your lighting in this one specific area. Okay, then set up your tripod here and then put little tape marks on the ground for where that tripod was. So that next time, boom, done. You don't have to think, oh, maybe it was over here. Maybe it was over here. Maybe it's over here. You don't have to do that. Boom, done. Or maybe about your lighting. Okay, is there a way that you can just integrate it into your lighting system? That might be a lot of work, but is there some kind of like flick readily available where you can just be like, boom, done. You want to have it as low maintenance as possible so that you're not dragging your feet of like, oh, I have to make this video and I have to set up my studio and it's gonna take so much work. It doesn't have to be. You just have to make it as low maintenance as possible. All right, and this next thing goes for maybe the YouTuber who is focused on perfectionism. So there are so many YouTubers out there, even the ones that are huge, that would prefer to do 1 or 2 takes on scenes. Now, remember, editing is your best friend. You don't have to focus on perfectionism. Like, just do your entire video just talking, blah, 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 blah. If you have some hiccups, if you have to sneeze, if you have to get up and get the door, whatever it can be cut out. Remember that. Just do it all in one take. Make it as low maintenance as possible. This is gonna help your efficiency so much more. And then send it off to editing. Now, if you don't already have an editor, I have to tell you, there are so many great editors in the world, but ours are incredible and we are opening our doors for anybody to use them. And so if you need an editor for an amazing, affordable price, check out the link down below to see our editors because wow, you're gonna love their styles and they can do whatever you want, quick turnaround to make sure that you can get a video out exactly when you want it to be on your calendar. All right, now let's just keep going. So if you're wondering what else you can outsource, check out Elizabeth's video right over here where she talks about some of the things that you should be outsourcing immediately.
If you're a full-time YouTuber who feels like you're spending just a little bit too much time inside of your business, keep watching this video. I'm going to be going over the 4 tasks that you need to be outsourcing